into the action.
Yeah, I'm weird that way. Also, hi! Hello, everybody! Welcome back. Welcome back to the lounge. Uh, we are joined today by my ever present assistant bartender, DG. Say hello, DG.
Hi, I've been consuming brain rot for the past while.
Oh no. We'll get back to that. And then we have our other associate bartender, Riley. Say hello, Riley.
Hello, hello, it's Riles here.
Yes. We were supposed to have two other bartenders with us today, Val and Archon, but they both kind of unexpectedly got called out today, and they're
They
doing
took their
stuff.
vacation days.
They took their vacation days, but they should be rejoining us next week, hopefully, and then they can take some of the workload off of DG in performing the male characters.
There's one specifically that's really hard on me.
Which one was it that's hard on you?
The one with the Scottish accent.
Oh, you mean Bjorn?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do him like as Scottish. You just do him as kind of gruff, which is fine.
I know, but like, I want to be perfectionist.
It's fine. I can take over some of the male roles if it's too much. It's a bit of a strain for you, DG. I don't mind.
We'll see.
Anyway.
It depends on how I'm feeling.
Anyway, so Riley, since you were absent last time, a lot of stuff happened when we resumed at the bar. So, where do you begin? Oh yeah, first of all, the bartender that we are playing now is not the same one from the prologue. We are a new bartender.
Oh.
We are a young, impressionable bartender that once ran a legitimate bar at the Spire Lounge, the hotel that all of our previous associates used to frequent. So Killian kinda sorta remembers us. Apparently we're forgettable. We also have a clean record, according to Vincent, which is why he hired us when he reopened, and he thought reopening in the exact same place was a completely good idea, because nobody would be stupid enough to open a new speakeasy in the exact same place. Yeah. Turns out it was a very bad idea, because Hugo found out and he's on our ass again. And then, yeah, the other not so nice thing though. Yeah, remember the Yuri ship between Alina and Maria?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's
Doomed Yuri strikes again?
Doomed Yuri strikes again.
Ugh.
I know. I'm sad. And it was Alina that was the victim. She was apparently poisoned during a chess match with Maria at a tea house. And both Killian, Wendy, and Olivia were all witnesses. Also, hello, thank you, Eldritch Stream, for the raid. Thank you. Yeah, so all of the people we interrogated before regarding the previous murder, like a year ago, they were witnesses, and they are now suspects again. And we talked to Maria. Also, we need to enable the share chat, I forgot. Here we go. Yeah, so we talked to Maria again afterwards, and the poor girl was really, really severely depressed. Really depressed. And it made me really sad. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we're in for. But, yeah, we are going to resume our bartending duties today. And let's see who we have to talk to.
I believe we talked to everyone in the friend corner, including
Yeah.
depressed Maria.
depressed Maria. We talked to. Oh yeah, we talked to Wendy, who has a very cynical view on friendship. She categorizes friends really as people who, you know, they're means to an end. They're not really your friends, but friends are very, like, true friends are very hard to find. But otherwise, she categorizes them into 3 different categories. The fair weather friends who are there when times are good, but then kind of leave you high and dry when things are bad and you're depressed and sulking into your drink at 3 in the morning. Then the second type is the clingers, the ones who follow you around all the time, attached at the hip like little lost puppies, and then refuse to leave you alone when you want to be left alone. And then her third type of friend are the emotional vampires, the ones who are a drain on your social battery and only really exist to complain at you but won't let you complain right back. Yeah. So Wendy is a bit of a cynic when it comes to friends. Oh yes, we spoke to Killian, who in the year since we last saw him as the other bartender, he is still under the control of his very smothering parents, and he wants to get out. He wants to go back to school, but his parents won't let him. And apparently Alina had been planning on providing him the money to go back to school, and then she died. And then who else have we spoken to? I don't think we've spoken to anyone else yet.
What's the depressed priest up to?
Oh, we haven't seen him yet. We haven't seen him yet. But I presume we will probably run into him again soon, and if we do, I don't think I'll be able to handle it.
Bartender, it's been a year. Please help me. I haven't had any way to soil my sins.
Oh, jeez. Man, anytime Father Lacey pops up and both DG and Archon are here, I'm in stitches. I can't. I really can't. Ugh. Yeah. Whenever Father Lacey pops up... No, stop it! Shut up! Go away, Father Lacey! You're not here right now! Anyway. So we talked to the friend group already. We talked to Hugo.
We didn't talk to Olivia.
We should probably talk to Olivia. Also, we should show the other guys evidence as well, since we have evidence and stuff to talk to them about. But let's talk to Olivia first. It's been a year.
The bar is open once again. Glad to see Vincent found another gorgeous face to adorn this place.
Oh,
Right.
You think I'm gorgeous, huh? I'm flattered. I mean, thanks.
Do we know each other?
I mean, she went to the Spire Lounge before, right? I think she did.
Or are we that forgettable?
You're on that radio show. Maybe we've met. I think I served you at my old workplace. I think the best option is to flatter her. She loves being famous. I think you're on that radio show, right?
Yes, I'm sure we know one another a little, and obviously everyone feels like they know me from the radio show. Familiarity breeds comfort, and this is one cozy little speakeasy you have here. Look at you, moving up in the world. Well, sideways at least.
Thank you. I think that's a compliment.
Let your lips spill secrets they shouldn't. Gossip, darling.
Oh, okay. So let's get her a drink first before we
What are
go
your-
about asking her questions.
Preferences.
So I think her preferences are probably still the same. From the prologue, her favorite was the Pirate's Joy, which the real name is Pina Colada. Let's see if her tastes have changed, because we got some new drinks on the menu. What sort of drink do you like, Miss Carmine?
The Pirate's Joy is my usual go-to. It's both refreshing but fruity, yet adventurous at the same time.
That's, specific.
I'm a woman that knows what she wants. I love a little story with my drink, and the pineapple undertones take away some of the bitter taste.
A story?
I'm afraid the time for that tale has passed, dear bartender. I'm sure we'll find something else to talk about.
Alright then, so, about that drink. You find your most decorative glass and place it on the counter. A cure for a parched throat.
I'd love that. Make it strong, please.
Can do.
Thank you, darling.
Also, for you guys in my chat, in our shared chat, you can actually redeem points in my chat for drinks. Or you can also type exclamation mark boozy in chat for something completely random, but I cannot guarantee the quality of the taste of that. It's a little experimental. But if you want anything classic, anything tropical, anything trendy, you can use that by redeeming points. I should actually probably add a counter at some point that counts the number of drinks you order. That's another time. Alrighty. So, as you can see, Riles, we've got some new cocktails on the menu.
Whoop, whoop.
So, top left, we've got the Liberty Cola White Rum, Lime Juice, Ice Cubes, Lime Slice. That one,
Cuba Libre.
yes, you know your drinks.
Therefore, let's see if Ross can guess them.
Yeah, let's see if you can guess them.
Sure.
This is an obvious Cuba Libre. It is one of the easiest and simplest drinks to make. It's a very, very popular choice. This one stumped me. The One Night Stand. Vodka, passion fruit liqueur, passion fruit juice, lime juice, and a passion fruit slice. This one's hard. It stumped me.
I don't think I know this one.
Yeah, I had to guess just from the ingredients. It had a name. It had an actual name. I didn't know that, but it does. It is actually not a Sex on the Beach. Appropriate name, juice. So a Sex on the Beach, I believe it is a vodka cocktail, but it also includes cranberry juice, orange juice, and a couple of other things. That is a Sex on the Beach. Oh, and peach schnapps. That's like a hallmark of a Sex on the Beach. You still stumped on this one? The second one.
Good guess, though. Yeah, I don't know.
So, because it's vodka and it's served in a martini glass, it is actually a vodka martini. It's not technically a martini, but it falls under those drinks that use martini as the name. But the specific name for the real name for the One Night Stand is the Porn Star Martini.
What the heck?
I see.
Yeah. I don't know why it's called that, but apparently it's very, very popular in Europe. Very exotic. I think it's because of all the passion fruit stuff. They call it the porn star, which is kind of weird. Of course, We have the Pirate's Joy. That is a pina colada because
Yeah.
pineapple juice, white rum, coconut cream, and then you have your garnishes. Classic tropical drink. The Perfect Storm.
The ice cube, dark rum, ginger ale, and a lime slice.
Yeah.
That sounds like a mojito.
Mojito was the mint punch, which is
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was just rum and muddled mint and ice.
And
this
it's
one, yeah,
and
this
it's
one-
not it's not the it's not a Moscow Mule either.
Yeah, Moscow Mule is usually served in a copper mug. That was the copper bullet in the prologue.
That's right. Yeah.
So this one, I believe, is a dark and stormy, mainly like
Okay.
the dark rum and ginger ale. Then of course we have the Night Count. The Night Count is actually kind of deceiving because it's gin and vermouth. That is a martini, but they serve it in a lowball glass, which is kind of weird. That's not typical because martinis are very, very aromatic and flavorful, and you usually serve it in a martini glass because the wide bowl allows you to smell and therefore taste everything. We still have the wake up call. This is a espresso martini, so that hasn't changed. We have the Orange Daisy Tequila Triple Sec Lime Juice Ice and Contro.
It's a tequila sunrise, or is it a screwdriver?
So I think Tequila Sunrise is tequila, orange juice, and grenadine. I'm embarrassed at my alcohol knowledge. I'm very embarrassed. And then I think a screwdriver is just vodka and orange juice. So you're close. This one, I think the presence of triple sec, I believe this is a classic margarita.
Okay.
Yeah, margaritas are tequila. Daiquiris are, I think, rum. Yeah. The highest alcohol drink that we have in our new menu, the Royal Flush. Cointreau, vodka, white rum, tequila, gin, lemon juice, sugar, and cola. This one was kind of hard for me to figure out. But the presence of all of those alcohols is a hallmark of the real world's drink.
My brain wants to say an AMF, but I don't think AMFs had cola in them.
I don't think they do. I can give you a hint. It is a tiki drink.
Did Juice get it? This is a Long Island.
Juice got it. It's a Long Island iced tea. Nice job. I should reward you for that with points. Actually, I don't know how do you do that. How do you reward people with points?
Can't really do that.
Can't really? Darn. I should reward you, but I'm not sure how to. You might be alcoholic.
Here, I got it. I'll reward Juice. There you go.
Good boy.
Good boy. Then the last of our new drinks is the Ambush. Dark rum, coffee liqueur, coconut cream, ice cubes. So this one's a little hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is a variation, I think, on the normal drink, but
Yeah.
care to take a guess?
So it's dark rum, coffee liqueur, coconut cream, and ice cubes. Shoot, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know coffee cocktails.
Yeah,
well.
neither do I. My best guess for this one, I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I think it's an Irish coffee, but they've added coconut cream to it. So it might be an Irish coffee. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I could be because I have. It's not a typical cocktail. I know most coffee cocktails, but it'll probably pop up later when I do my research again. And then, of course, our last on our list, one of the old favorites, is the Eastern Ruby. This one is also kind of weird because it's served in a coupe glass instead of a rocks glass or a lowball glass. This is a New York whiskey sour, which is defined by adding red wine. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
that's our alcohol list. Anyway. Long digression, but hey, I like talking about alcohol and mixology. It's fun. And it's always fun having drinkers tending bar while playing Best Served Cold, because sometimes drinks can tell a lot about a person, but sometimes, you know,
Absolutely.
they're just good. They're just good.
Speaking
Yeah,
of which, chat, which
said-
drink would you order on this list?
What would you order from this list? So,
Oh,
to
you
go...
say that, and you're like, yeah, I know too much about alcohol.
Yeah, so what would you guys enjoy from this list? So the Liberty, the One Night Stand, the Pirate's Joy, Perfect Storm, Night Count, the Wake Up Call, the Orange Daisy, the Royal Flush, the Ambush, or the Eastern Ruby?
I think from this list, I think I'd order the One Night Stand.
Ooh, like the tropical fruitiness. How about you, DG? I know you're not really a drinker, but just for the sake of trying something, what would appeal to you?
Probably the Liberty.
The Liberty? Yes, the light drink. It's fairly classic and easy, so definitely good for first timers or you know lightweights. Now,
so
yeah,
first
go ahead.
timers, when you get out there, start drinking. Just start alternating between Cuba Libres and Moscow Mules. You'll be fine.
For me personally, the Pirate's Joy, so Pina Coladas, those are definitely a perennial favorite. But I think for me, I'd be between the Orange Daisy or the Royal Flush. Orange Daisy for flavor. If I want to get hammered, Royal Flush.
Juice over here drinking Virgin Screwdriver.
Wait, isn't Virgin Screwdrivers just orange juice?
Yes.
Virgin Cuba Libres is just cola. I'm drinking a Virgin Cuba Libres. Oh, so it's just cola with lime in it, right? Okay. Nothing wrong with that, though. Oh yeah. So, I was gonna say this. There's a whole market for mocktails. So, if you are somebody who has a lot of friends who drink, but aren't that much of a drinker yourself, or you're a recovering alcoholic, there are always the options of mocktails, and don't let anybody look down on you for them. Mocktails are really, really great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's always ways of making virgin versions of cocktails. It just takes a little finesse in figuring out, because usually the taste is important, the chemistry, and the visual aspect of them. So it's just a matter of figuring out how to replicate the original cocktail while maintaining all of the qualities of it, just without the alcohol. Fairly easy. It just takes a bit. It's one of those
Absolutely.
things. It's cooking. It's chemistry. Anyway.
I remember growing up that my go-to was always the frickin' Roy Rogers.
Oh, what's the Roy Rogers?
It's literally just cola and grenadine. That's it.
Hey, that's not bad. That's a good. Actually, that's kind of like cherry cola is.
The cherry
almost.
coke, yeah, it's a cherry
Yeah,
coke.
that's still really good. I loved Shirley Temples as a kid, which is Sprite and grenadine. It's very good. I love those. All right, so let's make Miss Olivia Carmine her Pirate's Joy, her favorite drink. Hopefully this won't lag me out. I'm gonna be sad if it does. Okay, no, we're good. Yar! Here we go.
Yarr.
There we go. My mouse got stuck.
Don't get
Don't
lost.
fail now.
There we go.
Perfect. even before Prohibition. This would be delectable.
All right, now let's get to some chatting. So, do we get right into the gossip, or oh no?
Do you worshipped?
This is going to end up with a conversation about Father Lacey. I don't know how we're. Let's not start with that. Anyway, should we do some light gossip first before we dive into some serious stuff regarding the murder? She's got 4 actions that we can use. Yeah, let's start off
We can
light.
ask all of them.
Yeah, we can ask all. So, Miss Carmine, how is your call-in show going?
What a sweetheart you are for asking. Wonderfully, thanks. Would you like to hear about last night's show?
Sure.
Well, I won't spoil the whole thing. There are reruns on Friday nights. But what confession would you like to hear about the most?
Oh, so I see Father Lacey isn't the only one taking confessions.
I'll share one, but only one.
No, only one?
Do you want to hear about the dancer who was putting pins in her rival's shoes, the husband sleeping with his wife's twin, or the woman who ate her grandmother's birthday cake and blamed a badger?
What the heck?
That's an interesting array of gossip or confessions. I mean, you have one of these things is not like the others.
Now you throw in how my hamster died.
How my hamster died, yeah. Huh. The pin dancer, the twin cheater, the badger blamer, and we can only ask her about one.
I'm letting you pick this.
So, like, the most juicy one is kinda obvious, the twin cheater, but I watch way too much, I call it murder porn, you know, like Dateline type shows. Yeah,
Yep.
the true crime stuff. That's the kind of thing that would be on there.
If I would click that in a heartbeat.
I mean, considering the type of game we're playing, this seems appropriate. The rival dancer one, that one doesn't surprise me nearly as much. I feel that's pretty common. Personally, I know that the what do you call it? When it comes to dancing culture, particularly when it comes to ballet, it is very, very competitive. It is also very, very intense. So you want that star role, you kind of sometimes want to cut others down just so you get it. That's not too uncommon for the entertainment sphere. The last one about the badger, that's just kind of out of left field. It's weird, it's wacky, but it sounds kind of funny. What should we pick?
Up to you, Fo.
I feel like I
Beautiful.
wanna hear about the twin cheater one, because that one sounds like it could go very, very bad. And given the kind of themes we have in this place, this seems about right.
Have we met anyone who has a twin in the game so far?
As far as we know, I don't think so. We did meet...
Or anyone who is a dancer?
I don't think so. Claire is a maid. Alina didn't work. Wendy is idle rich. And I think that's about... And Maria works at a seamstress's place. So, nobody that we know of. And we met Bjorn, but he's got 3 brothers. Yeah, but they're not. None of them are twins, as far as we know. They're all younger than him.
They're not even in the country.
They're not even in the country now. So let's go with the twin cheater because it seems kind of in line with all of the vibes that we've got going in Bukovi. So let's go for that.
Oh, you like
it's
those
also-
types of stories, huh?
It's the most salacious. I mean, okay. To be fair, the other two do interest me. I'd want to know about all of them, but considering that this is Olivia we're talking about, I think the most salacious of rumors would probably be the one she'd be the most enthusiastic about. So, tell me about the twin cheater.
Oh, the wife woke up during a camping trip in the river valley to find her husband kissing her twin in the moonlight. What a scandal!
Oh no.
Indeed, the husband's response was to pretend he was confused over which twin was which. How very original. His wife was not convinced. Can you believe that? She said they look nothing like each other. One was a man.
Oh, that's right. They didn't. I don't think it specified whether the twin was same sex or not. Well then.
She was short, blonde, and pretty. And he was 6
Oh
foot tall and
my
had a
God.
huge beard.
Riles called it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, that's great.
Even more yaoi.
That's great. You know, I love that story because you make assumptions right off the bat. Oh, lady's husband is cheating on her with her twin, and you immediately see him. Oh, twin sisters, they must be identical, and then nope. It just kind of rips the rug right out from under you. I love it.
Yeah, this is what we call being bi.
This is great. I love it.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Well, you were surprised as well, so, you know.
Yeah, let's go with what?
In the end, they worked it out. I believe they are now part of a very cute and respectful polygamous situation that goes on fishing trips every Sunday. What a scene!
Oh well.
Bisexual.
That's that's good. At least it didn't result in murder.
You know, the radio show is wonderful, but it's not my only pot on the stove. Have you heard of dalliance?
No.
I
know.
don't know if that is.
I know the term. You don't know what dalliance means, DJ?
No. I do not.
Dalliance is kind of it's an older term for fooling around, playing the field, you know?
Hooking up.
Hooking up, yeah.
Okay, I see now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I wouldn't call it an older term. It's more polite or / passive aggressive way of referring to those kinds of things. Yeah. No.
Yes. No. How squeaky clean is this bartender?
I mean, we're young and impressionable, but I don't think we're completely stupid. But I think she's talking about another program. No?
Oh, you must have heard of it. It's an opera debuting soon, and I'm the star. I am so sorry the tickets will be so very expensive. You would have loved it.
We're too poor.
Thank you? Okay.
Let your little secrets they shouldn't, darling.
Is she kind of rubbing it in our face that we're poor?
Kind of. I think so.
Whatever. I expect it.
This is what we run a bar for rich people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, now that I realize it, most of our patrons are on the rich end, aren't they? Darn. Yeah. Sucks being a wage slave.
We have a banker. We have a steel worker also.
Well, actually, I think Bjorn's the only one who's blue collar, aside from Peter, but we haven't run into him yet.
Yeah.
Everybody else is fairly well to do. Got any gossip about Wendy? Do you worship? You know, let's talk about Wendy, the other rich bitch. Got any gossip about Wendy Brooker?
Dear bartender, quid pro quo, as they say. I visit your lovely establishment to enjoy a drink, not to hand out some of my best gossip for free.
Aw.
Well, let's make it worth your while first, then. All right, so I think
You'll
we
only
need
spill
to...
that when drunk.
Oh, she needs to be drunk. Ah, darn it, Pirate's Choice not high enough alcohol content for that. Yeah, so, chat. When it comes to having conversations with our dear patrons, sometimes they won't reveal us everything. Sometimes you need to be a little more familiar and friendly with them first before they'll share some of their more sensitive information or more uncomfortable things that they don't like talking about. Or they need to be drunk. Sometimes it's both. So for this particular instance, we need to get her past the drunk point, which is represented by E, the little cup over there. So we can hit that next time we bring her in and serve her a drink. We can only serve customers a drink once every time they visit, which kind of sucks, but you know, that's the fun in it. So let's ask about Faith. I mean, we don't know that she, I guess, goes to church. The old bartender did, but we're not the old bartender. Do you worship?
Oh, yes, darling. I'm very devout, though I am finding new ways to show my devotion recently.
Oh, how so?
Well, you know, when my husband was alive, I took a very literal reading of the sanctified books of the scrolls of the goddess. But after his passing, may the goddess hold his soul in her eternal embrace, I started to read what those books actually said. My husband was often quoting words of the goddess that I could find in no book.
Did he get confused? He lied to you? That's interesting. I don't, this is a different kind of turn in conversation that's not typical for her, what we know of her. So, The important thing is, does she think her husband lied to her, or was he just one of those very literal, not contextual kinds of worshippers? Okay, Let's not assume. Let's go with confusion. Did he get confused?
Well, I noticed he particularly emphasized the importance of the husband's authority and the value of being demure.
One of those kinds.
He's
Very
one of
cute.
those people. I've never heard of those values.
Indeed. And with his passing, Heartbroken though I remain, I have found great comfort in the goddess's actual teachings. In particular, along with my good friend Fang, we find great value in the emancipation of the feminine in the pursuit of the grace of the goddess. Though the church still represents the goddess to me, sometimes I look at, say, Father John Lacey, and wonder if he truly helps me touch the divine feminine that is the goddess.
Of course, Father Lacey gets a mention.
Or perhaps, and please don't think me conceited when I say this, the divine feminine lives not in John Lacey, or the church itself, or even the congregation, but in me.
No waifus.
No waifus. Maidenless.
I am maidenless.
I'm not so sure about that. I like that idea.
Yes, do you want Olivia to teach feminism?
I mean, I'm all for a tiny bit of blaspheming, if I do say so myself. I mean, never mind, we're good. It's awfully liberated of you. I like that idea. Haha.
Well, it's just a thought, a half-thought even, but I wonder, if I step away from the church, would the goddess turn her back on me? I think I have found faith in her, and in her capacity to love me, no matter where I go or what I do.
You'll turn your back on me. You're my only visitor.
That's actually very, very interesting. I never figured Olivia to be spiritual at all. So that's kind of interesting. That's a very nice facet about her, actually. I like that. So let's get down to business. Care to tell me what happened at the tea terrace, Miss Carmine?
I'd love to. The police forbade me from giving out the juicy details of my radio show, but they didn't mention anything about telling you.
Ooh, so exclusive gossip.
There I was, enjoying a cup of my favorite chamomile tea, and planning new topics for the show, when a trio of girls entered.
Who's that?
That was Archon popping in and popping out.
Oh, it's Archon! Your evil twin, Riles.
Wait, Archon's my evil twin? I'm not the evil twin?
Wait, you're the evil twin? I thought. Wait.
Archon, which one of us is the evil twin?
Yeah, which one of you is the evil twin? Or are you both evil?
You both can discuss that when you're both actually here for once.
Yeah,
Together.
I think we're gonna have to discuss that later at the next staff meeting.
Jokes on chat. Archon and I are just the same person. We just gender bend.
Gender bend every stream. You're never in the same room.
Wait, how does that even work? You just gender bend when you're in the same room? Or do you pull like the costume switch where one of you is in the back and then one of you is in the front of the house, and when you want to pull the twinsy, or no, you want to pull the gender bending act, you just swap places.
Look in chat, Fo.
Yeah, I know. Man, Archon still on brand, the ever sleepy and kind of clumsy bartender. Although I usually attribute that to DG, who's perpetually on his first day on the job. But I imagine Archon's a bit of a fuck up. I'm sorry, Archon. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the most affectionate way possible.
A walking disaster, you may say.
A walking disaster. Worstly, I know. It's just I like poking fun at you over that. Actually, the funny thing, you've met Killian already in game, and Garkon's the one who usually voices him. And Killian is a bit of a boy failure, and I kind of associate Archon with that. I am
Hell
so
yeah.
sorry. Archon just is Killian. I'm sorry. Anyway, carrying on. Yes, the chamomile tea and planning new topics for your show.
Alina Dragos, Wendy Brooker, and Maria Popa sat down and ordered a pot of tea. Feng Mai took the order and returned with the teapot and a chessboard. After an hour of playing, the doors opened once more, and in stepped none other than Killian Durand.
Huh. So he arrived last. He didn't arrive with them.
Shortly after, Alina and Maria began bickering about something.
Uh-oh. Music change.
Creepy.
Eventually, things calmed down, and Killian sat to watch the chess game. He struck up a conversation with Wendy on the sidelines. This continued for 3 hours or so before eventually it happened. Alina began violently coughing, then convulsing until she passed out on the floor. It all happened so quickly. By the time the medics arrived, it was too late for her. I should be clear. I like gossip and a good story as much as the next person. But this felt a bit too real. Forgive me, darling. That ended up being less fun than I expected. To finish my story, everyone was brought in for questioning, and I told the office exactly what I told you. And that's that.
I see. Thank you, Miss Carmine.
Well, I should head back home. If I don't get my beauty sleep, the Maverick will go bankrupt. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta, Miss Olivia. Alright, so I think we got some new information for our Nuts book. Oh yeah, this is our new cast of characters, our patrons. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this one. So, one of the newer people that we ran into is someone by the name of Sandra Fisher. She is a former bartender herself. There's the blurb. An experienced bartender trying to keep her nose clean during Prohibition. Willing to share her tricks of the trade with you to keep the craft alive. What's this? Let's see. Is reluctant to put her trust in people, is what that says in her profile. Okay. Oh yeah. About her. So, I have been a little insistent about voicing her for certain reasons, because DG and I both suspect that she's actually the bartender that we were playing as in the prologue. Just the way she's suspicious of authority and she's kind of world weary, and she says she ran a bar before.
So yeah.
Oh, Rouse, this is the evil twin, yeah, okay? Alright, Archon, I will believe you. But yeah, no, we both suspect that Sandra is the bartender we were before. I don't know if we'll be proven right. We'll see. But
I think it's pretty clear, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and she kind of implied that she has a friend in town that she used to be able to count on. She's not sure if she'd be able to count on them anymore. We're pretty sure that's Peter she's talking about. So it's just, all of those little details like, huh, That sounds very familiar. Yeah. So, if Sandra ever pops up again, I will be voicing her because because she was the bartender. Let's see if Olivia's info got we got some clues. Okay. Host a popular radio show. Lena's death late entrance. So Killian showed up an hour later than the rest of the group, 3 hours before the incident. So we've got some clues that we can talk about later.
You could show that to Killian.
Yeah, we can show that to Killian. So we got some clues here. So Alina's death. So she started having a violent reaction after drinking some tea at the tea terrace. Then we also found out that she was possibly being blackmailed because Detective Hugo and the police found a rather suspicious letter at her home, basically threatening her to reveal her secret if they didn't continue to receive payments because she'd missed a couple. And then Alina's secret, which we found out, I think, from Wendy, they had found some performance-enhancing drugs at Alina's place 6 months ago. And Killian, Wendy, and Maria all knew about it. And Maria was kind of bitter about Alina probably taking those because she knew. Which is actually probably what the argument was about, now that I think about it. And then, what is our other clue? Oh, yes. Oopsie. Among the other clues that we have are these tablets, which are charcoal. Feng Bai, the proprietor of the tea terrace, she gave everybody at Alina's table the charcoal tablets. And if you know first aid or emergency medicine a little bit, usually if you are the victim of poisoning or ingesting some other toxic substance, usually among the first things that EMTs will give you is like activated charcoal tablets, because those assist in the absorption of those things. Now, it's been a while since I've done any first aid training. I'm fairly sure they tell you to not do that. If somebody is poisoned, you kind of call emergency services right away. Don't try to treat them by yourself, you know.
Don't take medical advice from Twitch.
Yeah, don't take medical advice from Twitch. But activated charcoal's not a bad thing to have around, you know, just in case. Just, don't use it without proper medical supervision or actual medical advice. So if you're talking to an EMT when somebody's been poisoned and they ask you, oh, do you have any activated charcoal tablets in your first aid kit? And you say yes, and they tell you to give it to somebody, yeah, do that, but don't do that on your own. That might not be the proper way to handle the situation.
Bloop.
Yes. So who can we talk to now? Oh yeah, we have evidence that we can show people. I don't think we have the clue suspect thing in our notebook yet. No.
We don't. Because we don't have any suspects yet.
We don't have any suspects yet. So I think let's talk to everybody else and show them stuff. And then we can we can probably return to Hugo and get our list.
Yeah, Mosey says that activated charcoal is one of the things you gotta be careful with, especially if you take medications regularly. Similar with grapefruit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those things, yeah.
Unless you want to see the Hat Man.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it doesn't hurt to have it in your first aid kit at home or in your car, just in case, you know, a situation arises where you can make use of it. But once again, only under medical professional supervision or advice. Don't never use it on your own, because you never know. Every situation is different. So, who shall we talk to? Let's talk to... there's only like 2 people here. Let's talk to Killian first, since the new piece of info we got's about him. Hello, Killian. Welcome back.
What do you want?
Don't be like that. We can only ask him like one thing.
Go only show him one thing.
Oh, yes.
Next time we need to
we've got
get him
some new
drunk.
stuff. Oh. I heard you're avoiding Maria.
Oh, that's a
What?
new question.
Huh. Should we ask him about that first? You know what? Let's do that.
Sure.
Or should you give him a drink first?
I mean, we
Very
did give him a
angry.
drink.
Oh, you did? Okay, I missed that.
Also, fun fact, I really should screw up the drinks more often because the failure results are actually really, really funny. Because remember when we messed up Peter's Black Russian or White Russian? It was just milk.
Milk.
So I found out what the drink looks like if you mess up the Liberty. It's just
Yeah.
a bunch of limes, like whole limes stuffed into the glass. I don't know how you fuck that up. It's like one of the easiest cocktails to make. How do you fuck that up? Just stuff whole limes into the glass.
Yummy.
All right, so let's do the conversations first before we start showing him the stuff, because we got time. We're only on the second day. So I heard you're avoiding Maria.
Avoiding her? I'm not avoiding her. She is nothing to me.
That's a little harsh. It seems like you're mad at her.
And vice versa. We are 2 people with one thing in common. We do not want to be around one another. My mother taught me to avoid women like her, and she was right. Competing for Alina's affections made neither of us happy.
Huh. You both lost Alina, maybe best you avoid each other. Let's stir the pot a little bit. You both lost Alina.
And Maria no doubt blames me. I could offer her no consolation. And what could she offer me? Chess lessons? Condescension? Condescension? No, thank you.
Does she have reason to blame you? She's just upset. How much do you want to stir the pot?
Up to you.
I mean, I already saved. We can go back. Does she have reason to blame you? Nope. Okay, I don't want to upset him. No, she's crazy.
No, she's crazy.
Oh,
If you are,
okay.
talk to my lawyer.
Okay. No lawyers. Okay, no stirring the pot that much. Alright. Let's backtrack. She's just upset. There we go.
Yes, I do know that. My mother's expecting me back soon. I should get a hustle.
Bye, Killian. Alright, who next? Oh, we could talk to Maria, and that would be sad.
Sadness.
Okay, you know, let's pull off the band-aid. Let's talk to her again.
And this time.
Yeah, look at her. Look at that face. Yeah, it breaks my heart.
Doom
Another
Fury.
day. I'm so glad work is over.
Good evening, Maria.
Let's catch up.
Oh yeah, so we've already asked her a lot of questions. We can't ask that one until we got her affection up and we've got her in a good mood. So, for now...
Well, she's in a bad mood now.
Is she in a bad...
So, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. So, let's show her something that we can ask. So what do you think? Alina's death, the letter, her secret, Killian's entrance, or the tablets? I mean, let's start from the top, I guess. Oh, this is gonna be sad. Okay.
You're gonna make her angry.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. The worst day of my entire life. I'd almost forgotten. Thanks for the reminder, bartender.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Forget it. I've already told the police everything I know, okay? So, just leave me be. I'm off. It's late, and I have work in the morning. Bye.
Bye, Maria. I'm so sorry. And let's bring Wendy back for some chatter.
It's busy on the boulevard tonight. How's business?
Can't complain. Good to see you, Wendy.
Let's catch up.
We could show her two things.
Oh yeah, we could show her two things. So, Alina's death, the threatening letter, her secret, the tablets, and late entry. I think just like starting from the top, prodding them for info, what they know, because Hugo has nothing. Let's talk about Alina's death.
I still can't believe she's gone. Alina was the most vivacious person I'd ever met. She'd become quite dear to me over the past few months, and it takes a lot for me to say that about anyone.
I really still question how close she was to Alina, because Wendy claimed that she was the closest person to Alina, and I'm like, no, that's bullshit. No, that spot goes to Maria of anybody. So I don't know how much she's exaggerating stuff or what she's hiding, but she's definitely downplaying some things and playing up others. We already know about Alina, so let's start with the threatening letter.
Threat letter.
We all make mistakes, bartender, but the richer you are, the more good-for-nothing wastrels will be chomping at the bit to try and make a profit out of you.
How do you know nothing of the threat letter? What the heck?
In my family, we know how to quietly deal with these sort of hiccups. But poor Alina was never blessed with that kind of old money wisdom. If only she'd confided in me. It's far too late for a lady like me to be out and alone. I'm finding a chaperone and heading home.
Bye-bye, Wendy.
Now it's just Hugo.
And now there's just Hugo.
Good evening, bartender. Let's catch up.
Evening, Detective Mertens.
Do you have any questions for me? Or new information to share?
So, something funny about Hugo this time around. We can't serve him any drinks. And he's very, very short and curt with us. He doesn't want to do any small talk.
He's been promoted to detective, and ever since then he's been, On
Kind
a
of
high
a
horse.
dick. Yeah, he's kind of a dick on a power trip. Alright. So we got some new info that we can show Hugo. So let's show him.
We only have one.
Yeah. Let's talk to him about Killian's late arrival.
Killian showed up later than the rest of our suspects, did he? Interesting. If the timing played a role in Lena's death, this might just provide him with an alibi. See if this ties into any of the other information you found so far.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Well then.
That's all.
Bye-bye, detective. I've got this
Time to
mess
move
to attend to.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's end service for today. Last call. Ding ding!
Bing bong, ding dong. Kitty.
Oh!
There's a lot more in here.
Yeah. Oh, this is a different space. This is because remember the first bartender had the cork board in the back behind the bar. I think we live elsewhere. The new
Yeah.
bartender.
We have an orange cat though.
Kitty.
Look at the pretty orange kitty.
Pretty
Home
orange kitty.
office. Cute meow. Welcome home, bartender. You will now return to your apartment at the end of each workday. Here, you can review all the clues you have collected thus far and make new detections, just as before. To access the clue board, click the board hanging over the desk. To end the day and proceed to the next, simply click the bed to get a good night's rest. Good luck. We have a kitty? Kitty! Cat.
How can you
Can you
sleep
pet
with
the
a cat?
cat?
Yes,
Can
you
you
can
pet the cat?
You can pet the cat and it purrs.
Purr.
Kitty! Unfortunately,
Don't accidentally click the bed though.
Yeah, don't actually click the bed yet. Unfortunately, I am like highly allergic to cats. I'm very allergic. Let's just assume that this is a hypoallergenic cat and we're fine. Alright, let's glide them some glues.
How can you live without the kitty? Only a secret and threatening lair. Yep.
Blackmail. Someone that knew Alina's drug use had been blackmailing her. Considering she stopped paying shortly before her death, Alina may have been killed by someone desperate for her money.
Put that on the board now.
Yes.
We.
No, yeah, we know that's connected. No, yeah, we connected that. I think that's all we can connect right now. Yeah.
Nothing. We need more info.
Yeah, we do need more info. Alright. So, let's go back. We got all our
End of the
clues.
day.
And end the day. Hello, kitty. They're sitting on a shirt.
That's what cats do.
Yeah, they do.
If you lay clothes on the bed, they will lay on it.
Yeah, I mean, I have bunnies. Well, our indoor bunny, where is he right now? He's sleeping in his bed, but he sleeps on the carpet right behind my desk, which he likes because I'm sitting there. But with our rabbit in particular, one thing that he does, if it's on the floor, it belongs to him and he can do whatever the heck he likes with it. So never leave cardboard boxes, pieces of paper, or any little toys, because then he will just pick them up and throw them everywhere.
Funny issue.
Yeah. Also, we do let him into our bedroom at night, because he free roams. And sometimes we just leave the doors open between our living room and our bedroom, and he'll just wander in whenever he likes. and then jump onto the bed and hang out. And there was one time, I think a couple of days ago, where Bunny was free roaming and we went to bed at like 2 in the morning. Bunny jumped up on the bed at 3:30 in the morning. Apparently, I was fast asleep and didn't notice. My husband was awake. So the rabbit was crawling around on the bed wanting pets and cuddles, and I was asleep the entire time. And my husband was apparently worried that I would get clawed in the face.
How could you ignore the bunny?
I didn't ignore the bunny. It was bedtime. I was sleeping. Anyway, let's end the day. Hello, kitty. Pet kitty. End the evening and go to the next day? Sure.
I sure love my sentient pillow.
Sentient pillow?
Yeah.
What? Wait, you have a sentient pillow? Oh.
That's what people call cats. Hey, look, there's Peter.
Hey, look who's back! It's Peter, but he doesn't know us. Oh no, wait. Oh no. Oh, maybe he does. I forgot. So there were a couple of dialogue options back near the beginning when we were getting familiarized with our new bartender and we were able to talk about ourselves. We were asked why we were doing this, and I mentioned, oh yeah, we've got a couple of debts. And we all know that Peter is a debt collector, or he's the muscle. He might be here to flex that muscle a little bit. Oh
no,
boy.
He's here looking for someone else, it seems.
A rough-looking man with a scar on his face approaches the bar. As he's closing in, he scans the room as if he's searching for someone. What can I get you?
Information. Did a copper detective type fella visit this place recently?
Uh-oh. Are you and Detective Mertens acquainted? There was a detective here yesterday, yes. How much do we... Ask him if we're acquainted. There's a detective here. If we ask this, I know he's going to get pissed off.
Oh, we're acquainted, all right.
Yeah.
Acquainted with this knife I'm about to shove in his throat.
Oof. You know what? I want to know what his opinion on Hugo is, which I know is not going to be very nice. Are you and Detective Mertens acquainted?
Detective.
Uh-oh.
So the maggot got the promotion in the end.
Some history there. Would you like a drink? I'm gonna play young and dumb and just kind of probe for way too much info than is probably advised. Some history there?
What made you think I want to talk to him? Well, talk about him more. Watch your mouth.
I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. There was a detective here yesterday, yes. Actually, I'm kind of curious what he says here, if his mood changes, because he's in a good mood right now. Mentioning Detective Hugo pisses him off. There was a detective here yesterday, yes. I think he'll still get in a bad mood, because detective.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Would you like a drink?
Would you like a drink? The angry expression fades. He squints as he looks you up and down.
You really want me to believe you're just a bartender, huh?
What else would I be doing behind a bar? I have to pay my bills somehow. uh, I think, let's be honest, we gotta pay the bills. We're hurting for money. Because this will probably just make him more suspicious. Have to pay the bills somehow.
You better make me a drink then, bartender. I'm all smiles and sunshine before I have a drink. After, it depends on whether a drink hits the spot.
What flavor would you like? And please don't stab me. I just work here.
I see my old favorites off the menu. Damn war. Got anything dark and bitter?
You mean like you? I mean, I didn't say that. No, everything's good. Please don't hurt me.
What happened to the swooning, foe?
He's threatening me. He's not so attractive this time.
I don't know you, woman.
You place a glass on the counter.
There's only one for me.
Let's see if we can ease the tension here.
What you feeling tension for? You ain't done nothing wrong to me, as far as I know.
Just that glare, it's really scary. Please don't look at me like that.
Stare.
Stare. Hey, is it just me or did his alcohol tolerance get higher?
It did get higher. That's
It's
definitely
like-
higher than usual.
Yeah,
He's been
he's at a
drinking ever
9.
since his girl been put in jail.
Yeah, ever since his girl got thrown in the slammer. He's been hitting the bottle hard
So he wants dark and
and bitter.
bitter.
I think.
I mean, he liked coffee stuff last time, so about the ambush, but that's kind of low.
Yeah. So I remember. Yeah, he did like coffee. The wake up call seems a little sweet for him. I don't know if he likes the night count. That's like bitter, but I wouldn't really call that dark.
And that was on the menu before, so I think it's going to be a new drink.
It's gonna be a new drink.
Let
Bitter.
me take a look. Let me take a look at this. So clearly something with dark
Bitter.
rum in it.
Yeah, I
I
think
think.
it might be the ambush
Either
Yeah,
the
I think so,
ambush or the
too.
perfect storm.
or perfect storm. So I'm gonna save first because I want to make him happy. And I just saved, so if it doesn't put him in a good mood, we can just refresh and find a new one. Or what do you guys think? Perfect storm or ambush? Which one should I start with?
I say perfect storm.
Let's start with the perfect storm. Which is funny if that's his new favorite, because I believe that's Sandra's favorite. I'm gonna laugh if it if it is. Let's try the perfect
If it is,
storm.
it'll be great. Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
It
Oh
is.
my god, it is! Huh.
Didn't think anyone could figure out my favorite flavors. Impressive. Let's get the official stuff out of the way. My name's Peter, and I'm here on behalf of your business partner, Carla. She wants to make sure you're gonna repay up for the loan you took.
I knew you were here for something. Please don't break my legs.
We were lenient during your little rough patch, but now that you're making actual money again, the rules are changing. Carla's a patient woman, But patience has a price. Price. She had her feelings hurt before, you know?
I'm working on it. I take it you're here to intimidate me. We're not gonna go with that. We don't want to treat him like a thug now that we've, put him in a good mood.
I want to think the dialogue changed because he's in a good mood.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm kind of very happy and impressed that we got his new favorite on the first try. And if indeed the Perfect Storm is indeed Sandra's favorite, because we haven't met her again to see. If it is, the fact that they both have the same favorite drink is just... it's kind of cute, honestly.
Well, Sandra gave us that riddle when we first met her, and she was like hinting at the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to piss him off. Let's forge a good relationship here. I'm working on it.
So you're running a bar. You do what you gotta do to make your scratch. And if you need to change hustle, so be it. As long as it brings in the lay at the end of the day, Carla will be happy. I'm just the predictable effect of a specific cause. The cause is failing to pay Carla. And the effect I had on the last fella who didn't pony up was extremely unpleasant.
Why do I feel like you're threatening me?
I feel like you are being threatened.
Yeah, I'm being threatened, and he's doing it with a pleasant smile on his face, but, just the barest hint of a threat.
I took him into deep waters so he could learn what kind of man he was. He learned. Turns out, he was the kind of man who pays up. That was the end of our business.
I get it. I'm not afraid.
You should definitely say I'm not afraid.
I just want to see what happens if we say that. I'm not afraid of you. Yeah. I'm definitely not afraid. Yeah.
I ain't trying to scare you. It's just experience. I get money out of people cause I've been doing it a long time. Bigger and badder folk than you have said no to me. In the end, those no's turn into yeses. Look at my face. Do I look worried?
No. I guess not.
Listen, bud. I always try to give folks a decent warning if I think they'll listen.
Warning?
That detective, Hugo Mertens, don't give that copper an ounce of your trust. The backstabbing and betrayals that happened between me and my unsavory ilk is high school drama compared to what the cops are up to. They'd stomp an old Bukovi Baba into the mud for a chance at a promotion. If our pretty-eyed policeman ever walks along that alley out back on his own, me and him will have a nice chat.
Oh, so you think he's pretty-eyed too? I mean, no. Mm-mm.
I'd pay to see that, just saying.
Yeah. You're not going to kill him, are you? He needs put in his place. I'm gonna save.
You know what you want to say.
Like I said, I'd pay to see that.
I'd pay to see that. He doesn't like cops. He especially doesn't like Hugo. I think if we want to be on his good side, we gotta be on his side. Yeah, that copper needs put in his place.
Just a chat. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, I'll be back to check in every now and then.
And not threaten me? Okay, as long as, we're cool. Goodbye, Peter. Please don't break my legs.
What do you need legs for?
What do I need legs for?
Oh, new customer.
New customer! I think that's Fungbai.
Asian women.
Yeah. Why are they all on one side?
They're just chilling.
Yeah. I do love that running into Peter again is its own interaction. Apparently he's very important to the story.
I mean, Peter and Hugo can't be in the same room anymore.
Have they ever been? Oh, actually, no, they have been previously, but not, talking to each other. Alright. Do you want to talk to Maria, or do we want to talk to Fungbai?
I want to talk to Feng Bai. That's a new character.
Yeah, she's the new one. Talk to the old lady. An old woman huffs as she clambers up on the stool awkwardly. She hums to herself gently as she adjusts her clothes and gets comfy. Did you want to do this one, Riles, or should I?
I got it.
Alright.
Good evening.
Ooh, old lady voice. Good evening. What brings you here?
Curiosity. And I could use a drink. Mr. Florari mentioned this place. The nightcap. The bar below my bookshop.
Yes, he's converted the space.
Vincent is a jolly fellow when he's in a good mood, which is most of the time. Now, about that drink.
What can I get you?
Can you make me something fruity? Perhaps something with citrus?
Ah, I know, just the thing. What I'm gonna say
I think that
first.
was pretty obvious.
Orange Daisy. Orange Daisy.
Orange Daisy.
Plus, flower in her hat. Makes sense. You gently place a glass on the counter. One cocktail coming up.
Thank you kindly, dear.
Oh, Jesus! Look at her alcohol tolerance! It's a 9!
This old lady got some
You've
big
seen some
tolerance.
shit.
She's seen some shit. Wow, this lady can really hold her liquor. I think her favorite's probably the Orange Daisy, but I think she can handle the Royal Flush barely. Barely. It would send her home though.
I don't think she'd like that.
I don't think she'd like that, but I think the Orange Daisy is probably the favorite.
Can see that.
She likes citrus and all that, yeah.
Yeah. Cause Royal Flush Cointreau, it is an orange liqueur. Actually, it was one of my husband's favorites before we had to stop buying it. Cause that stuff is chock full of sugar. That's like the highest
And
ingredient
alcohol,
in there.
apparently.
Yeah, and a lot of alcohol. But
It's just plain sugar and alcohol, it seems like.
yeah. The problem with the Long Island iced tea, which is what that is. There's actually no tea in it, by the way. No
Just
iced tea
cola.
in it. Just cola. The problem with that drink is that because it has like every single alcohol in it, it's got vodka, rum, and tequila. It's very strong, and also you're probably gonna get sick afterwards if you drink way too much of it. Just that much. So let's give her the Orange Daisy. I think she'll probably like that.
It's a little flower.
Man, I want a margarita now.
That's quite the shape of glass right there.
It's a margarita. It's a margarita glass.
Perfection. You mix drinks like I brew tea, with patience and care, and with your heart.
Oh, why thank you.
In Russia, my family has a long history, across 5 generations of brewing and serving fine tea. Mixing and serving drinks of any type is an art and craft. I should introduce myself properly. I'm Fang Bai, but you can call me Miss Bai.
How was your day, Miss Bai?
Clouds followed me, bartender, even when the sun shone. My shop is closed, and I don't know when we can open again. At church today, I felt the pitying gaze fall on me like heavy raindrops. What will Miss Bai do now?
I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't want their pity. I just want to serve them tea and share in their conversation. I do not care for being the subject of gossip. I'm sure you've heard it by now. The girl who died in my establishment.
I heard. Must be awful. Oh no!
A very sad thing. Anyway, thank you for the drink, bartender. I'll go mingle.
No, she's sad now, but I don't think we had much of a choice with that.
Sad.
Farewell. Bye-bye, Miss Bai. Should we bring her back for convos or talk to somebody else?
Up to you. Do you want more sad, or are you more sad?
I think we should probably talk to her a little more for information, because that way it'll give us more ammo and stuff that we can ask everybody else, or the other two.
We probably should.
Let's
Because we already exhausted the other two.
Hello. Good to see you.
You were just here a second ago. Please tell me you're not suffering
Sorry.
from dementia.
It's who are you again?
I'm the bartender. My name
Bartender. Alcohol's illegal.
Hello, Miss Bai. Can you tell me anything about Elena?
Why am I buying alcohol at the bookstore?
Why am I buying alcohol at the bookstore? Sorry.
This is soup.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking of.
This is just soup. Yes, exactly. This is exactly what it is. We serve soup here. No alcohol whatsoever.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
It's you come here for the drinks or the people. What can you tell me about your country of origin, Russia? I saw you reading earlier this evening. She's in a bad mood. I think maybe we should ask her something nice. Yeah. Do you come here for the drinks or the people? Actually, you know what? We'll do that after. Let's ask her about herself first, not the bar. So, what can you tell me about your country of origin? Oh, this lady's name really is White Wind. I was wondering what that meant. Because I'm not familiar with Chinese language all that much. I think Bai I knew. Feng not so much.
I mean, you can ask my husband Mosey. He studied Chinese for a while.
Cantonese, Mandarin, or some other dialect.
Mandarin. If he's still in chat, he can provide some commentary.
Ooh. She can also be crazy. What can you tell me about your country of origin? So, Huasha is probably, I guess, the equivalent of China in this fantasy world. Oh, there's Mosey. Without seeing characters, her name is made her. It's a guess. White crazy is canon for me now. White wind is as good a guess as any. So the characters actually really matter. Okay. I figured.
I haven't been there in a long time, dear, but I can try my best. What do you want to know? If my dementia allows me.
Actually, fun fact, we actually asked Hugo last time a little bit about where he's from, and he mentioned it before. He's from a place called Belgia, and when asked about it, he liked talking about the hot chocolate. It has some of the best hot chocolate. I'm like, oh, he's from Fantasy Belgium. It makes sense because Belgian chocolate is among some of the best in the world, aside from Swiss chocolate. But yeah. So yeah, Hugo is from Belgium, and fun fact, if you follow the art director of this game on Blue Sky and Twitter, they actually posted some artwork of Hugo stuck in a cocktail shaker. It's really cute. And apparently, Hugo's namesake is actually derived from a cocktail that's popular in Central Europe called the Hugo Spritz. Yes, DG has just linked it in chat. Their artwork is very nice. They also posted a height chart for the characters in the game, and of course, Peter is the tallest. And Hugo's actually surprisingly shorter. I expected them to be around the same height. Feng can mean wind, it can mean to give, as in give territory, it can mean rich, peak, and crazy. Bai can mean 100, white, arranged, to lose. I wish I were fluent in more languages. But I only know bits and pieces of a bunch. My husband actually knows significantly more. He is somewhat fluent in Spanish because he, at one of his old workplaces, a lot of the employees or his coworkers were Argentinian, I believe. Yeah, they were Argentinian, and they spoke Spanish a lot, and he just kind of absorbed it through osmosis. And then he's also fairly familiar with German as well, because one of his grandfathers was German, so he knows a little bit. Me, I am not really fluent in much. I understand a tiny bit of French because being Canadian, we learn it in school, but past 9th grade, you're not required to really pursue it all that much. So
English
my French
is hard enough for you.
English is hard enough for me, thank you. But I understand a tiny bit of French, but not with any degree of fluency. I understand words, certain words here every now and then. Same thing for Japanese, and only spoken. And I only understand a little bit here and there. So I know bits and pieces of certain languages, just not enough for any level of fluency, which I am ashamed of. So regarding your homeland, do you miss it? Does it have bars? Not everything revolves around alcohol and bartender. But apparently we have bartending on the brain. Do you miss it?
I miss the gardens. I like the style here in Zara just fine with all the grass and trees, but my heart yearns for a tranquil pond here and there.
Sounds nice. Uh, does it have bars? But does it have bars? Yeah, does it have bars?
No, dear, we have taverns and little, well, you don't have the word here, but little cozy bars for 4 or 5 customers. They are full of lively chats.
Let's move on.
Yes, I am getting melancholy. I miss the people of Huaxia when I'm here, but I'd miss the people of the world if I'd moved back home. Bakovia is a hub, and on any given afternoon I could have patrons from all corners of the globe sharing tea. I like gardens and temples and mountains and warm weather just fine. But what I really care about is people. That's why I love Bakovi, and that's how I can tolerate this dreadfully chilly Saran climate.
Cold.
And I confess the churches here help me feel closer to the goddess. I know her spirit lives in all of us and everywhere, but in the cloisters of the Bakovi Grand Cathedral, I feel like she is walking arm in arm with me.
You are religious. I don't want to talk about religion. Nah. I'm curious. You're religious?
I am. The goddess found me in my moment of need. I was not in despair, but I found myself sitting in a beautiful garden, feeling the space where happiness should be. But there was nothing. I had a thought I could not shake. There must be more. The thought was so clear in my head. Then the breeze blew, and I swear as clear as can be, I heard her voice. Lyrical, musical, loud and confident.
What did it say?
There is.
Aw. That was it?
That was it. And that was enough. Might I ask, what do you think? I won't preach to you, but I am interested in your own beliefs.
Let's see. Believe in
You
the
get to
goddess,
keep-
believe in something, I'm not sure what.
You get to come up with more lore for yourself.
I believe in beautiful gardens, and that's enough for me.
Shape your character more.
Yeah. Believe in something, but I'm not sure what. So, do we believe in the goddess? Are we spiritual, but we don't know what we believe in, or just kind of, we like nature?
Hard question indeed.
That's a hard question, especially if we're shaping our bartender character here. I think being kinda young and impressionable and a little naive. I think being unsure would probably be on brand. Yeah. Or do we want to go with the gardens? That's it. You know what? Let's go with the middle one. I believe in something. I'm just not sure what.
admire the ability to leave the heart open to possibilities. I hope you will fill it with something worthwhile.
Alright, yeah, I do too.
So,
Man, imagine if this lady's gonna be the murderer.
This sweet old lady.
The sweet old lady killed the Yuri couple. Imagine that.
I would be sad. So, on a related note, do you come here for the drinks or the people?
the people, if I'm honest, I miss the buzz of the tea terrace when it closes at 5. Though, truth be told, the buzz has diminished there last few months.
What happened?
I think it's the shadow of war. People need something stronger than tea to brighten their spirits. Right now, Speakeasy has all the light and life I miss.
And the drinks?
Oh, yes, nice enough. I'm not a big drinker, but I do love conversation, and nothing loosens the lips quite as well as liquor.
She says this and her alcohol tolerance is 9.
What have you been drinking, lady?
Yeah, what have you been drinking, lady? I'm not gonna judge you, but that alcohol tolerance has to come from somewhere.
I was considering offering coffee to my patrons too, though. But if I offer coffee, how can I keep conversation going? People don't sit and chat with coffee like they do with a big pot of tea. They drink the little espresso fast and then leave.
You could sell cappuccinos. You could serve espresso at the shop window.
Nothing like a good old cappuccino.
I like cappuccinos. Actually, I really, really love lattes, but I've come to love tea lattes a lot. They're so good. I love me some London fog. Especially with the very expensive culinary lavender that I've had sitting around in my cupboard forever. I've had it for like 10 years, okay? I bought it back when I was still living at home with my parents before I got married, and I brought it with me when I moved in with my husband. And I think I've touched that jar like maybe 3 times in 10 years.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and it's still fresh, by the way. It's just dried lavender and it still smells as good as the day I bought it. But I am so stingy with how often I use the lavender. I only ever use it for baking and for making London fogs. Which I
step
steep
away
in
for a
the
few
milk.
seconds.
No problem.
How much is in this? How much is in there still, by the way?
How much is still in that bottle of culinary lavender? It's still pretty much full. Because
You need to use it more often.
lavender is such a strong smelling and strong flavored flower. You really don't need all that much. Like a teaspoon is enough to flavor like a cup of milk. And because you're just steeping it and then just kind of discarding it once you're done with it. But it is so good. Yeah, both rose and lavender are very, very strong floral flavors. I have not tried violet yet. I know there's like violet stuff for cooking and for syrups, which I need to get. But it's I don't know how strong of a flavor it is. Then there's elderflower, which is also really good, but it's a much more subtle flavor. I've also not tried hibiscus. I think that's probably fairly noticeable as well. Yeah. I in case it's not apparent, I do love floral flavors. Because they're kind of uncommon. So I like trying them when I'm able, but they're a little bit harder to find.
I found some yesterday.
Yeah, did you buy any?
They were too expensive.
Like, how expensive were they?
Like 15.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that is expensive. I mean, I still would have bought them anyway if I were you, because hey, how often are
If
you
you
gonna
s-
come across those flavors?
If you saw rosemary, clover, mint, wild rose, and dandelions plus lavender. Yeah.
Yeah. Dandelion and
I
lavender is
am
probably
back.
kind of strong. Hello, welcome back. Just talking about floral syrups because DG was out shopping yesterday and he sent me a picture of an entire shelf full of some really, really nice flower flavored and just herbal flavored syrups for drinks and stuff. And I kind of tried to pressure DG into buying some because they're kind of unique. Like wild rose syrup, rosemary syrup, dandelion and lavender syrup, clover syrup. Like, you should have taken a chance on those. I mean, when I buy those things, I buy them because I want to try them, even if they're expensive. It's just I don't know when I'm gonna see it again. I was like, yeah, no, I'll take it. Give me. But the bottle of rose syrup that I have for drink mixing, how much of that have I used? I've used like 4 ounces out of that bottle. It's like a liter. And I am very, very stingy on how much I use, so I don't use it very often. But yeah, no. With a lot of my unique flavoring stuff, I keep those very closely guarded. I have some very, very good matcha powder. I forgot where I got it from, but it was kind of expensive. And unlike any of my other teas, I do not let anybody use it at all. Matcha is very expensive, even the lower grade stuff, but the stuff that I got is not bad. It's not ceremonial grade, but it's up there. So
Yeah.
I open that tin of matcha very, very rarely. It's not like my loose leaf Earl Grey, which I let my sister use when I was staying over and house sitting with her. She consumed a lot of my tea, honestly, but I let her because it wasn't that expensive, but it's good shit. Yeah, no, if it's something that's hard for me to get, or I really, really like, or is high quality, I don't let anybody use it at all. It's mine. I have, what?
I can't believe you treat your kitchen ingredients like video game consumables.
I do. No, seriously, I do. If I have, like, really high quality ingredients, I will guard them. I will get mad if anybody so much as touches them. I do not let my mother-in-law touch my highly prized cooking ingredients because I know she's just gonna fuck them up. She's not very good at cooking, by the way. Don't tell her I said anything like that. But my husband knows.
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
He complains
Me
about
too.
her cooking all the time. It's the whole reason he learned how to cook. But yeah, if I have really high quality ingredients, expensive ingredients, or stuff that's kind of rare, I use them sparingly. Like, I have this package of sakura powder, like actual Japanese cherry blossom powder that I've used like maybe twice because I only have 100 grams of it. It is very expensive and it's hard to get. So I've used it only twice. I think I used
You
it
keep
for
proving
making
my point.
danga. Yeah. No, it's expensive, okay? If you try finding that stuff, you'd treat it like gold too.
Like me with my saffron.
Yes, saffron is one of those things. Saffron is one of the most expensive spices in the world because, for good reason. They are saffron stamens. They are stamens of the saffron flower. They have to be hand-picked. They cannot be mechanically processed. So they are expensive. And whenever you buy them in like ounces and they're expensive. So yeah, no, you if you get saffron, if you get good saffron, you're not using it willy-nilly. You're using it for something special.
Oh,
or
hey,
that kind of
50.
requires it.
Oh, hey, 0.50 grams of saffron for $5.
That's not a lot of saffron.
Yeah, that's
Have you-
pretty much not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a flower stamen, so like it's like the size of a sewing needle, but a fraction of the weight. So you're not getting a lot of saffron. Anyway, food rant done. Don't get me
Food rant.
talking about high quality food ingredients like Calibut chocolate, which my parents have like 3 bags of the last time I was there. So what did I do? I made cookies with them. It's not my ingredients, and my parents aren't using them, so
That's just why you need to do another cooking stream.
I should do another cooking stream with my sister, but my sister doesn't live with my parents anymore. She moved in with her boyfriend, so they live somewhere else. But my
Doesn't stop you,
parents are the ones with the big kitchen. Maybe one day. Maybe one of these days I'll do like a cooking stream or bartending stream when I'm
Or,
at their place.
yeah, even funnier, a cocktail stream.
I could do a cocktail stream because they're the one with the bar stuff that they never use. They're always telling me, oh yeah, we have a bunch of alcohol that we received as gifts. Do you want to take some? Or you can take some if you want. So every time we visit, if they have alcohol that we drink, because my parents only drink wine and my mother will only drink like the light stuff. They only drink wine. Any of the hard liquor they don't drink, so they give it to us. So yeah, no, as DG can attest, when I was house sitting at my parents' place, we kind of took some of the booze. They're not gonna drink it, it's just gonna sit there, so might as well. Cappuccinos or espresso? Hey.
I vote for cappuccinos.
Yeah, you could sell cappuccinos. Ah.
Well, perhaps, and I could call them Yappuccinos.
Yappuccinos.
That's a good name. I like it. Alright, more questions.
Yep.
So we got 2, so we can actually just there's a lot
No,
of
we
questions
cannot
that we
ask
can
all
leave
of
off. We can't ask all of them, but let's start off with happy, pleasant things, and then get to the serious stuff next time we meet her.
We need clues for the other 2.
We need clues, but we also want to build up affection before we start tackling some serious stuff, because some of that might need affection. Tell me about your place, the Tea Terrace.
I pride and joy. It's been a privilege to serve my customers there past 37 years.
That's a long time. 37? Wow.
I came here during the age of prosperity, and I've never looked back since. The Tea Terrace is a little slice of Hoshia right here in Sara.
How is business?
We're always busy, but I confess the mood isn't as serene as it used to be. The shadow of war doesn't help anyone's business, and I don't really enjoy talking about it, so let's find a better subject.
Alright then. No one wants to talk about the war. Has the Tea Terrace changed over the years? I think talking about the war will put her in a bad mood.
She's
I want
already in a bad mood.
Oh yeah, she's already in a bad mood, but it might affect her affection. I'm gonna test it anyway, but I saved, so if she gets angry, we can double back. No one wants to talk about the war.
Including me, dear. I find the very fact that we are already calling it a war before it even starts unsettling. There's clouds in the sky, but let's set the umbrellas aside until the rain starts.
Okay, we can change the subject.
It's my job to take care of my customers, but it's my passion too. I especially enjoy getting to know this younger generation with their optimism and their vibrancy. It's a pleasure to listen in on their conversations. I believe the young folk are much wiser than my generation. They treat art, culture, and even tea as they should. Something to explore, debate, and enjoy. My peers are too stuffy, too dour. Mood.
The youth hold the future. We should respect elders. So, if you're familiar with a lot of Asian cultures, I was raised in Southeast Asian households. They always tell you have to respect your elders. But Miss Bai here definitely seems like a hip old lady. She believes in the youth, so I think the youth hold the future.
Indeed.
Yep, hip old lady.
And when the teeny terrace opens again, I look forward to seeing their flirtation, their debates, and their funny fashions. I enjoy being caught up in the tangle of their lives. It keeps me young.
Heck yeah. I like this lady. I saw you reading earlier this evening.
Ah, yes, my little book of wisdom. I wasn't reading it, I was writing it.
So a fellow notebook enjoyer, huh? What do you got in there? You're writing a book?
It's more like a journal, a notebook I use to keep track of all the things that give me joy. My friend Albert owns the old printing press in the stack, and he bound it for me so it looks like a little novel.
Oh, I love custom-bound books.
Does she too have a shipping book?
Does she have a shipping book? Hey, we don't have one yet. That's a good idea. You need to write down the things that make you happy. No, I'm not gonna go with that. That's a little snide. That's a good idea.
Thank you. I think we are often poor judges of what makes us truly happy.
How so?
Before I started this journal, if you asked me what made me happy, I would say the usual things: peace and quiet and tea, drinks with an old friend, receiving a nicely wrapped gift with a big pink bow.
Those things don't make you happy? Those sound great. Those things don't make you happy?
They're all pleasant enough, but they don't make me as happy as I think they'll make me. Meanwhile, last week I was sweeping the dust and loose tea in the basement, and I don't think I ever felt more content.
Hard work is virtuous doesn't sound fun. No. Hard work is virtuous.
It's not about what seems enjoyable, it's about what brings joy. Next time you feel happiness, consider what you are doing and what makes you feel that way, and then write it down.
I'll think about it, I will. You know what? I will.
Now, don't get me wrong, I am not advocating against earthly pleasures. Quite the opposite. Delicate tea, a cozy blanket in winter, the touch of a handsome man or woman. These are all the fine things we should allow ourselves to enjoy. However, I also believe we don't always know what we like. Pleasure lies not only in familiar places, and if we look hard, we can find it when we least expect to.
That's a good philosophy. I know exactly what I like. I need to think about this. You know, I think I need to think about it a little. Oh, whoa, 3 cuties. Yes. Three very cute bartenders. Yes, yes. I need to think
Why
about
are you
this a
calling
little.
me a cutie? What?
Hey there, Fire.
Yeah, DG. No, DG's adorable. I want to pet him. And tell him he's done a good job, even though he spilled more than a couple of drinks on some patrons. But that's beside the point. He does a good job. We don't worry about the spills. Anyway.
Wow.
Don't waste too much time on my nonsense, dear. What's the saying? Life's too important to take seriously. I believe in the importance of silly business.
You believe in what?
Oh, silly business is at the heart of my philosophy. It's my belief that most of what we do in life is absurd, deeply silly. The business of life is absurd.
Hence, silly business.
Yes, that's it. I have more to say, but perhaps another day. I've nattered for too long already. Oh, is that the time? I'm off home. Take care.
Take care, Miss Bye.
Man, she's so sweet. It's gonna be really unfortunate if she's the murderer.
Yeah, she's really sweet. She really is, you know, a nice old lady with some really, really good insights on life. I'm gonna be upset if she's the killer. I don't think it makes sense for her to be, but, you know, could come out of left field. So, shall we bring Killian back?
It would be really unfortunate.
It would be really unfortunate. So, I guess let's bring Killian back.
It's getting busier in here. I hope the drinks are good.
Well, of course they are. What do you think I am? Terrible bartender?
Well, what else shall we discuss?
Oh, let's give you a drink first. Oh, he needs to be drunk.
You better not make me tipsy.
He also needs some affection. But that's talking about Alina. I think it's easier to get him drunk.
Yeah, get him drunk.
You find a glass and place it in front of Killian. Care for a refreshment?
Whew, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But I want it. Go ahead then. Make it good.
Okay. So he likes the liberty.
You have to give him a 4. There's no
We
other
need
way.
to give him a 4, though. Liberty will give him affection, which we'll talk about, you know, case-related stuff. But I think the easier thing to do right now is just get him drunk. So, actually, I'll save first, in case we find something that he doesn't like. He likes sweet and fruity, so I think
Pineapple.
Pirate's Joy hits the bill.
Probably should.
Yeah, I think the Pirate's Joy hits the bill because anything else is too strong. Or not strong enough, as in the case of the Orange Daisy. So, let's give him Pirate's Joy. Liberty, what is this, Helldivers? Alrighty, so... Hang on, 1 second.
Someone arrived. To steal all of Foe's lavender.
Husband got back from doing some shopping, and apparently it's raining outside and it's hot, so weather is gross. I do not envy
Ew.
him. So let's
Ew.
do Pirate's Joy.
Chips ahoy, landlubbers.
Yar har!
Liberty, what is this? Freaking Helldivers?
This is an unusual way to miss this particular drink, but I don't mind it. He's tipsy.
Alrighty, so now that he's had a bit of booze, we can ask him about his family and his
How's your
smothering
situation going?
parents. Yeah, so how's the family situation going on there?
I resent them, and I'm certain they resent me. I have never been given even a single ounce of trust or respect in my entire life. Every aspect of my existence is subject to their whims, and while under their roof, I have no comeback. My family has produced esteemed professors, lawyers, teachers, doctors, the works. I come from a family who expects some degree of academic success. How could such smart people not see that I was unable to follow that path? I'm just not cut out for such a life. I tried my hardest, but I never had the ability or the interest to pursue any of these textbook subjects with their big words.
So he's pretty much admitting that he's very book dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Oh, 1 second.
Wow.
Wah wah.
Wow, wow.
Wow 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 wow.
You have that.
Very boy failure. Killian over here.
He is very boy failure. Which is why Foe likes him when Archon voices him. Archon makes him
thanks
sound
for the
way more
bone, Kiki.
raspy.
Yeah.
I guess I gave you a bone.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys were talking about Killian being a boy failure. See, that is exactly what I describe him as, and the way Archon voices him is, like, perfect. Anyway, if you're wondering what I muted for is, so I have talked about this. It's not a food delivery app, but it's like a grocery app or something like that called Too Good To Go. It is available in the US as well. Basically, so for those who don't know, a lot of grocery stores and restaurants, if something is nearing its best before date, grocery stores will just throw it out.
No daddy.
If it hits the best before date. And all best before dates, if you ever watched anything regarding those things, it's basically just a date that they have to sell something by. It does not mean that it goes bad, on that day. It just means that
It's not even have to sell it.
yeah, it's not even that they have to sell it.
Voluntary by the manufacturers.
Yeah, it's voluntary by the manufacturers. And, casually shilling an app, yeah, I am, but, it's very useful, especially if you're, kind of tight on money, or, you want to reduce food waste or whatever, because most of these places will just throw that stuff out even though it's perfectly fine.
My eyeballs are sweating.
You're a redhead, of course your eyeballs are gonna sweat. Oh wow, no, you really do look like you're sweating a lot. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's rain, pouring rain, like 100% humidity.
Oof.
lugging heavy shit around.
Aw,
I'm
sorry.
hot.
I'm sorry.
You should be. Who the fuck were you?
I was here, unfortunately.
Playing online games.
But yeah, anyway, about that app. So, it's more effective in bigger cities than it is in smaller places like where DG is, for instance. But,
Even Gettysburg is like nothing in Gettysburg.
yeah. So, basically, you download the app and it has listings of all of these places that have essentially mystery bags of stuff. And you can get a bunch of different ones. Yes, I am talking about Too Good to Go. Yeah, how do you know about that, Juice? No, it's a really good app. We've been using it for like what, 2 months now, something like that. About 2 months, and basically different places will have different little grab bags up for pickup. And you pay for them, and you pick them up at the in the time frame. And there's a couple of different ones that you can get. So one of the grocery stores near us, they will have things like bags of meat, or the most popular ones are their bakery and deli bags.
I like to be a floor.
I'm dying at DD calling it fucking Fruit Loop boxes.
Yeah, they are essentially food loot boxes. That's essentially what they are.
That's exactly how it feels like when you open it.
Yeah, and my husband's saying that's exactly what it feels like when you open them. And oh yeah, and then there are restaurants that participate in them as well, and they will give you full meals. And one of them was this Mexican place that we discovered through the app, and it's not leftovers. It's actually fresh food. It's just, you know.
You go there to make it on the spot.
Yeah, when you go there, they make it on the spot. Like, we got like a crap ton of tacos, like these really good nachos that I've not had any better anywhere else.
I had the Mexican ones. That was the American one.
Those are American.
Wait till you have the Mexican ones with red and beef.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go gambling. Yeah.
This sounds like it would be really fun to like do like a I have to use all these ingredients to make a dinner kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah. Basically it's
That's
stuff
a good idea.
that yeah, if you come up with stuff like we get these meat bags all the time, and there's like things like sausages, or steaks or whatever.
Chicken wings.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got there was one time we got a meat bag, and it was just these 3 large packages of chicken wings.
On Victoria Day, like our...
Yeah, it was like on Victoria Day, which is kind of like Memorial Day for you guys, or President's Day for you guys. Yeah. So it was like 3 ginormous packages of chicken wings, which are normally crazy expensive, but we got them for like what, $10 the entire bag, and plus there were some sausages in there. For bakery bags, you get things like artisan breads, bagels, donuts, like all sorts of pastries, or cookies, boxes of cookies. And donuts. Yeah, it's crazy. And then there's another place where we get a dairy bag from, and the last couple times we got them, it's like a crap ton of yogurt, cartons of milk.
You go into the deli ones that have pre-made sandwiches.
Yeah, and then in the deli ones, it's like pre-made sandwiches and wraps and stuff, salads from the deli counter. So it's really, really good. But the thing about the app, the most worthwhile places are the ones that are like 4.5 stars and up, because those are the best things. But if you are on a budget, or you just want to fill your fridge really, really cheap, if you're not picky, and if you have like a bunch of people who it's more than what one person or like one household or can consume. So if you like to share, do that. But I love that app, and I definitely recommend it, especially if you're tight on money. But it's just fun. It's food loot boxes. So if you're not picky, definitely worthwhile. I think my husband actually, it was the other day. Oh, we got a candy bag. We got candy bags one time. It was like, what, 10 pounds of candy?
It was a shopping bag full of candy.
It was a shopping bag full of random candies for, yeah, for $6, and it was a bunch of foreign candy, and it was really cool. We gave that to his friends' kids. Well, some. No, wait, no.
No, you ate it.
No, I ate it. Anyway, but yeah, no, definitely worthwhile. Yeah, if you aren't picky and you love gambling, go for it.
Go get my dad's pop out of the car for me.
Yeah, sure. 1 second. I need to grab something out of the car. I will be right back.
Oh, being a bad wife, not helping the husband, and instead playing video games. Can't believe it. How could she do this?
How could she? What you got going on the rest of the day, DG, after game?
Well, I've been brain rotting myself.
What are you brain rotting yourself with?
Deltarune Chapter 3.
I have no idea what that is.
Maybe it's a good thing. Okay, I'll just say the quick explanation. It's essentially the sequel to Undertale.
The sequel to Undertale?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make people so mad right now. I have never played Undertale. I know
That's
about it through
understandable.
context.
Fo has never played it either.
I know about it through context, but I've never actually played it.
Only the memes. As long as you know the memes, it's fine. You don't need to know anything else, Fo. Or, yeah. It's all good. All I know is that I've been suffering through brain rot. Because the game makes me laugh too much.
What's it making you laugh about? Tell me some of these jokes.
It's really hard to explain. I'm not good at explaining things. I just have a phrase in my head called it's stuck that's just like, it's TV time! And all that.
I don't.
You don't know it. It's just new.
Don't know at all.
But it's a trip. It's been a trip.
I'll check it out. My husband is really big into Undertale, so he might know what that is.
Well, chances are they probably played Deltarune. New chapters for it came out like a few days ago. And it's currently the biggest thing on the internet.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to get through it before I get spoiled. Yeah, Deadfire's right. The game is just funny. It's just plain funny. And after I beat that, I'm gonna play more Dark Souls.
More Dark Souls. Everybody with their Dark Souls.
Hey, look, I had to see for myself if the gargoyles were really as hard as I remember them being.
Were they?
No. Cole was just having a funny moment, I guess.
I guess. Get your ass handed to you by some gargoyles.
Catch the insult slim for a whole hour and it suddenly plays better. I showed some of my friends those clips and they were like seething from how he was playing.
I got back into Destiny recently, so
Oh,
that's
no.
been fun.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
How could this happen to you?
How could it indeed? Because I got. That's how it happened.
I played all of Destiny 1. And I barely touched 2.
Yeah, I was really big into Destiny 1, and I was really big into Destiny 2 all the way up until the Witch Queen, and then I kind of fell off, and then I don't know, I decided to get back into it, and I'm like, ah, shit.
I would get back in Destiny if only they didn't vault their previous expansions.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, I'd play it more.
I'm back. Hello.
Close back.
Yeah, I just had to bring out some light stands for string lights for the backyard. Basically, they're just giant pitchforks that stake into the ground and hold string lights.
So fun. Was it really as hot as your husband said?
Huh?
Was it hot out there?
I mean, if you're outside for more than a couple of minutes, it's probably going to be really, really gross. It's not raining right now, but it's still kind of warm. Yeah, I may live in Canada, but I live in a part of Canada that's a little further south than most northern U.S. states. So.
You live below the U.S. border, so yes.
I live below the U.S. border. That kind of narrows it down. But yeah, the weather here's kinda weird for Canadian standards. If you talk to somebody else in my server that's Canadian, like Vengeance, for example, Vengeance lives in Winnipeg, which is a lot farther north there than where I am. So their winters over in Winnipeg are crazy cold. You get like 6 feet of snow on a regular basis.
Okay, hold on. I can give a hint that no one understand.
Yeah.
Fo lives on the fish.
I live on the fish. The big fish. I mean, I think I've mentioned, like, you know, the general area where I live before. It's not a secret.
I know. That's probably funny to say that.
Yeah. I also...
I'm not really concerned about people knowing the rough area where we live because there's millions of people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I live in the Bronx. Oh, we're gonna find you.
Yeah, I live in the Bronx. Yeah, you know where I live.
And I can narrow that down real quick.
And it's not like we post photos of, like, you know, anywhere nearby where we live anyway, but yeah,
Yeah, until you accidentally post a photo with, like, a GPS tag.
yeah, with a GPS tag on it.
What the hell is up with that?
I live in a city where there are a whole lot of frickin' tattoo parlors and like a whole lot and
Crazy nightlife. That's any big city, really.
yeah.
I live in
But
the
yeah,
hills.
yeah. So yeah, I'm not really afraid of, you know, saying the general area or even the city that I live in because there's like a couple million people here, you know, a dozen million.
Yeah,
So-
sure. Not like. Yeah, sure. It's not like someone in here knows your address. Nope.
Anyway, let's continue with Killian's stuff. Wait, he was
Boy
talking about
failure.
his. Yeah, he's a boy failure. Tragic. They let you down.
He's talking about his family now. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
how
think
he's
he's
not.
such a. He's not
Yeah.
smart.
He's not book smart like the rest of his family.
So they resent him.
Tragic, or they let you down. He resents them, they resent him. So I think tragic, just, you know, commiserate with him, or say, oh yeah, no, they let you down. I think, yeah, no, they let you down. They really should be helping him a lot more than they have. Yeah, they let you down. Yes, there we go.
I managed to escape that life for a while, but my freedom was short-lived. A few weeks ago, I was thrown back into that gilded cage. And I can see the wealth, but I cannot touch it. I am like a child who has never tasted sugar, led into the candy store, but told to suck on lemons.
Oof.
Blah. Don't mind me. I'm just a foul mouth.
Foul
I
mood.
talked more than enough about my. I'm just in a foul mood. I talked more than enough about my parents. Maybe the alcohol is loosening my tongue a bit too much.
Why don't you take it easy? You had it rough, buddy.
Blah.
To be fair, it sounds like he's been holding this in for a while.
Sure does.
Yeah. So we got 3 more things that we can ask him. Alright, let's start showing them stuff about the murder, which is totally gonna be pleasant.
I'd rather suck on a lime.
Limes, lemons, they're all citrus. Oranges are more pleasant though. Or grapefruit if you like that thing, both sweet and kinda sour.
We did get a new clue.
We did get a new clue, the blackmail. But we can also ask him about his late arrival.
Oh no, I meant like the one below.
What? Oh, I
Very
can't
bottom.
see it because my isolation boxes. Killian laments having to move back home a few weeks ago after a brief period of freedom. His stern, restrictive parents control every aspect of his life, including his finances. Oh, that's a motive.
That's a motive right there.
So, we can ask him about Alina's death, threatening letter, the secret. So,
Talk to him about blackmail.
which one?
Blackmail.
Let's talk about blackmail.
Yeah. Is there a new best clue?
I think Alina's secret because he found out about it along with Wendy.
Oh yeah, you guessed that too.
So the secret, late arrival, and then I think probably one of the new ones or one of the other ones.
Let's do that then.
Or Alina's death, the secret, and late entrance.
Up to you.
Because we need to let's start from the top. He's gonna be around a lot, I think. Let's not talk about Alina's death. No, it's not pleasant. Actually, 8. No! I pressed quick load!
Wrong button.
Yeah, thankfully we didn't go back a little that far. So let's show him Alina's death.
Why are you asking me about this? If you've been reading the papers, you understand as much as I do what happened. Which isn't much, admittedly.
Okay. Let's talk about Alina's secret. Oh, Killian's the one that found it. Okay.
Interesting. Wendy can't keep her mouth shut, can she? So much for trusting friends.
I mean, she's not really that good of a friend.
Yes, I knew she was taking pills. I spent enough time at my mother's practice to recognize what they were when I saw them in her bag. I just figured her friends should know. Is that a crime? There's nothing more to it than that.
Sorry for asking. Okay, so he knows. I am curious about the charcoal tablets, but I don't think that's quite as important right now.
Nah, I'd rather do late comeback or late
Yeah.
entrance, yeah.
He showed up later than everyone else.
Yes. Why was I late the day my ex-girlfriend died at the tea terrace? You really think I'm in the mood for this conversation?
No, but ex-girlfriend, huh?
This is cool. External Blu-ray drive.
Yeah.
Then has 3.
Look.
And it's Blu-ray. I've seen a lot of CDs. Haven't seen a Blu-ray. Haven't seen a Blu-ray writer yet, but that's kind of outdated shit.
Husband is telling me about his interesting haul from one of his favorite stores. He found a standalone Blu-ray drive that plugs. No, it's not standalone. It plugs into
External.
a computer. External, yes, for like laptops and stuff.
That has USB 2.0 hub and SD.
He finds all sorts of cool electronics.
$6.
$6.
Go
Nice.
to the dollar store and find that.
He, in case it's not apparent, my husband is No, I
Cheap.
think the better term is loot goblin. You are a loot goblin.
Goblin. I'm not a loot goblin. I don't beat other people up and take their crap. That's a loot goblin.
No.
Like, I've seen loot goblins. They're evil. They'll
No.
kill you. They'll hurt you.
No. But like loot goblins in like terms of games and stuff, loot goblins are people who find a box or something like that, or a chest, and they have to open. It's like, ooh, what's in here? Like that sort of thing. You are like that when it comes to the grab bags and mystery
with
boxes.
everything.
You're like that with
Remember
everything.
That tool bag that was in the rotting flesh smells out of bags. You don't open, but yet I have to open them. That smells like a rotting corpse. Let's open it up and find out.
Yeah, so yeah, my husband's a loot goblin, I'm pretty sure, because as soon as he started on the the mystery food bags, or no, the food loot boxes, he's been so into them for like the past few months. He loves them, and it's pretty much the same with the store that he goes to. It's not quite mystery boxes, but it's one of those places where it's like a warehouse that gets stuff in like every week, and it gets discounted every successive day. So on like Friday it's $20, Saturday it's like, I don't know, 15, whatever, and it goes on and on and on. And they're usually things that have been returned or like refurbished or whatever, and they're usually like really, really cheap. That's actually where I got that crepe pan from. Normally it's like $40. I got it for $8. And it's actually pretty good.
That makes
Yeah.
that makes 3 people from Fos mainly loot goblins. All right.
Yeah, my sister is a loot goblin. When you watch her play any sort of game, she sees a chest, she must open it. Who's the worst loot goblin, me or my sister, when it comes to games?
Your sister.
My sister, she hoards items too, I think, in games. I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she hoards them. I learned to not do that in video games. I will stockpile them, but I'll use them.
She calls herself a recovering item hoarder.
Oh, she calls herself a recovering item hoarder? Okay. Sure, she doesn't admit she has a problem. Don't tell her I said that. It was brought up by a patron.
Whatever. I was late because I wasn't even sure I wanted to go.
Notice that we didn't even bring up the fact that it was a Wendy that blabbed.
Wendy, it will be Wendy. It seemed the right choice when I got there. Now, obviously, I could see it was not.
All right then.
My mother's expecting me back soon. I should get a hustle.
Alright, bye-bye, Killian. So,
Lonely Maria.
I think I remember in the prologue, Killian had not been dating Alina yet. He said he was interested, and she was entertaining
He was interested.
it. So, I guess they did for a little bit, and then they broke up. What do our notes say, actually? Nothing. Oh, homecoming. That's the new clue. Yeah. Oh well. So.
All right, let's get to sad girl.
Yeah, let's get the sad girl out of the way. Yeah, she's still in a bad mood. Okay.
Another day. I'm so glad work is over.
Again.
Evening, Maria.
Let's catch up.
I think
We're gonna
she's
make her
always
more sad.
I think she's always in a bad mood. Whenever
Until you give her a drink.
until we give her a drink, and probably until this case is over and we catch the murderer. You place a glass on the counter, then slide it like a chess piece in front of her. A drink.
Here, surprise me.
Oh,
We already know what her favorite is. So
Yeah, so she likes the ambush. But it's so weak.
I mean,
I
she doesn't have any dialogue for Drinky right now.
Yeah, she doesn't have any dialogue for just drinky.
I think we need to improve her affection as fast as possible.
Yeah, so we do need to increase affection as fast as possible. So let's give her what she likes. And that'll be the ambush.
I hear the husband whistling.
Yeah, he's a good whistler, isn't he? Oh yes, she really needs some cheering up. Yeah, just seeing that face makes me sad. Alright.
Boopable.
So let's give her... ambush. I'm pretty sure this is an Irish coffee. There we go. It looks tasty. Ha. Good
I
one now.
must admit, this tastes great. You should travel to a less backwards country and join one of those bartender competitions.
Okay, so... Alright, time to make her sad again and show her stuff.
Stop bringing up my dead girlfriend.
I'm sorry, I don't want to bring up the dead girlfriend. Well, dead ex-girlfriend. No, wait, I don't think they really actually officially dated, so...
No.
Actually,
I
no,
assume they
wait.
did, just for the years.
Wait. Technically she proposed to her? Maybe?
They had a scene in the prologue. What? Yeah.
I don't... it's complicated.
I still say Yuri.
Hey Google, turn off the lights in this room.
No, it is definitely
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Alina left Killian for her.
You know, that probably makes sense. Because I think she probably finally realized, yeah, no, the one person that actually makes her happy has been her best friend the whole time.
Probably,
Yeah.
she probably started keeping that same notebook that Miss Bai was doing, and
the
all of the
happiness?
things and all the things that she was writing were when she was with Maria.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because remember, Miss Bai, she loved hanging out with the young people and imparting her wisdom. So maybe that rubbed off on Alina, and she started realizing, oh, this isn't making me happy. I should
Not to
be
mention-
with someone I'm happy with.
Not to mention, there was that line where she threw in "or women" at the end, like she had just gotten her eyes opened to same-sex relationships.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. Oh no. So maybe she was murdered. I'm gonna be surprised if Killian was the one who murdered her, but
He finally does a kill. Oh no.
yeah, maybe he's changed in that 1 year. Alright, so I think let's open with, what do you think? Threatening letter or Alina's secret? We know she knows something about Alina's secret because
Do the
they told
secret.
her. Let's do the secret.
That's the big one. Oh no.
You see Maria's jaw clench. For an instant, she simply glowers at you in silence, weighing her words carefully.
I'm going to be charitable and assume you had good intentions in bringing this up, but I'm telling you now, stay out of Alina's private affairs. You have no right to rifle through her closet looking for skeletons. You hear me? Have some respect.
I'm sorry. I just want to know why someone would have wanted to harm her, Maria. Yeah, that's exactly why we want to know.
Yeah.
Fine. Yes, Killian told me about her medication. Now, go bark up some other tree.
Okay. obviously, even though she's dead, Maria's still trying to protect her. And you know what? That's admirable. So let's show her the threatening letter. See if she knows about it. She probably does not. Uh-oh.
What is this? Is this your idea of a sick joke?
This letter was found in Alina's home.
No, I don't believe you. That's not... She was not that kind of person.
You have no idea what the letter could be talking about?
None. Whatsoever.
Okay. So she doesn't know. So let's... Blackmail? Or Killian?
That's less speaking.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think? Blackmail or asking about Killian arriving late to the party?
Ask about Killian.
I would ask about Killian.
Yeah, because, it's not looking too good for him right now in terms of suspect. Everything's pointing to him right now. Well, so, hey, what about your buddy? He showed up late.
Right? He came in much later in the middle of one of our games. Totally threw me off.
You and Alina had an argument after that.
An argument? Oh, please. Whoever told you that was exaggerating. I was concerned that Alina had invited him as some sort of olive branch, though she may have been harboring thoughts of taking him back. Goddess forbid.
Ooh, okay, this is juicy then.
I suppose, in retrospect, it must have been Wendy's doing. She did always love pointless drama.
Oh, maybe Wendy's pitting them all against each other. That sounds like up her alley. Kind of a rich bitch thing to do.
That does seem like that, yeah.
So we have, I think, 2 more things we can ask her. So we can ask her about the last 2 clues. Alrighty. Let's ask her about the charcoal tablets.
Miss Spy may have saved our lives. Why are you treating her with such suspicion?
You don't think it's a little odd?
No, I don't. She knew Alina was perfectly healthy, so of course it wasn't a natural cause.
And her knowing to administer charcoal?
If someone being smarter than you makes someone suspicious, you must be nervous a lot.
Oof.
Touché. She just called us dumb. Okay. And then our last clue. Homecoming. What do you know about that?
Please, I only have so much empathy for poor Killian not getting all the spending money he feels entitled to. He could always get a job, you know, like the rest of us. People who have actual problems.
Yep, rich people problems.
I'm off. It's late, and I have work in the morning. Bye.
Bye-bye, Maria. Alright, so, let's, check in with Hugo again.
Good evening. Got anything new for me?
Maybe. So yeah, see, we cannot serve him drinks because he is not drinking anymore.
He can't lose his promotion.
Yeah, he likes his cushy job. Alright, so we got one piece of new information that we can show him.
We
which
have
is-
2.
We have 2? Oh, right, the blackmail.
The blackmailer could have simply leaked Alina's secret, but opted for a murder instead. They knew Alina was clever enough to figure out their identity. Perhaps they feared the tables would turn on them. Find out if any of the people that knew her secret were desperate for money. That must be the answer.
I mean, it's really not looking good for Killian right now.
No, not at all.
I mean, there was literally one hint that there was something between Maria and Alina. Alina was Maria's ticket out of, you know, being poor. And with her being dead, that's out of the question now. But everything's pointing to Killian. Fudge puppies. Wait, what are fudge puppies?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Little turds?
His answer, oh, what are fudge puppies? I don't know, little turds.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, you have a bunny, so that's not surprising.
We do have a bunny, and I guess those are fudge puppies. Meh. Oh, so let's show him the homecoming.
I don't know about you, bartender, but I wonder how much he afforded such I wonder how he afforded such freedom in the first place. And perhaps more importantly, what brought it to an end.
That's it? That's all you got for me? Jeez. We don't have anything in our notebook.
We have nothing.
Can we just talk about how much this detective sucks at his job?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? How did he keep
really-
that promotion in the first place?
He relied on someone else to get a promotion, and then boom.
Yeah, and then he locked them up. So, you know. But also,
Stop trying.
he screams cop, and of course no one's gonna talk to him, right? No one wants to, snitch. Later,
Nope.
detective. I've got a bar to run.
Goodbye.
Alright, that's it for the evening. Let's go to our corkboard.
Got any new conspiracies? Homecoming.
New.
We really have like nothing.
We have nothing! Okay, it's only been 2 days, so... No, that's... Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, so this is all we got right now. Okay.
We need more people to show up.
We need more people to show up. I think we can end the day and then... Pet cat. And then maybe talk to 1 or 2 people, depending. And then we can, I guess, end stream for today. There's a lot of characters. A lot. So many. Do we get to see Peter today?
We also did
Maybe?
get thrown on a lot of food combos, so yeah.
Huh?
A little slow today.
Uh-oh.
Peter, no. Hugo, what do you want?
Oh, there's a new lady.
There is a new lady back there.
Hugo enters the bar. As he approaches, his eyes dart over to the older woman, sitting in the back. You notice his posture stiffen.
Of course that old bat would find this place.
Not the nicest thing to say about my customers, you know this woman? Do we want to be snarky?
Up to you.
Actually, no, wait, look, we don't even have... Oh, no, we do have some affection with him. We have a little.
Barely any.
Uh,
You know this woman?
yeah, you know this one?
I have the misfortune, yes. She's
is
a
it Carla?
She's a well-known local problem in the constabulary.
Is it Carla?
Her name is
No.
Elena Ernest. I can't deny she was once a formidable talent and an effective detective.
Oh, so better than you. I mean, I didn't say
Shut up.
anything.
She's probably a private eye now, huh?
And still better at your job than you.
Shut up.
Sorry. I'm sorry, the timing of that was really good. Effective detective?
Yes, eventually she grew tired of police work and turned in her badge to become a private investigator. It's a lucrative path to follow, and she abandoned duty to pursue fortune.
So, you're still saying she's better at her job than you?
Shut up. Rather than use her skills to hunt down criminals, she takes a small fortune investigating high-profile art thefts and espionage.
I failed to see the issue. There we go. Okay, we're back. You know, Peter definitely wants to stab him. Or no, wait, in Peter's words, he wanted to have a little chat.
Pulls out the shotgun. I just want to chat with him.
Yes, chat. Chat is the name of his shotgun. I failed to see the issue. We saved, right? I'm gonna save it anyway.
Yeah, he saved.
I failed to see the issue.
The issue is that anytime we can't catch a criminal, the press demand we bring her in to help. Eventually she turns up, and we're pressured into opening our case files to her by an impatient, impertinent public. If she wants to masquerade as a two-bit gumshoe, I don't give a damn. But I can't abide this ambiguity. Either she is a detective or a PI. There are two different worlds, and she has one foot in each. And I wish to the goddess she would just choose.
And bisexual hate.
Yes, the bisexual hatred and erasure. Also, she's still better at the job than you.
You asked a bartender for help.
Yeah, you asked a bartender for help. I know, he really does deserve the needling. I think she wants to keep people safe. You asked a bartender. Oh, no, wait. You asked a bartender for help. I saved, so let's needle him some more.
He deserves it.
He deserves it. You asked a bartender for help.
The ice underneath you is getting thinner with every smart comment you make. If I can set aside my emotions for a moment, there's no denying that she's a talented and experienced investigator. Use her knowledge to your advantage, get on her good side, and she might share her insights, but understand that she has no time for fools.
I'll keep it in mind.
Good. Now, as promised, I came here to bring you the case file. I trust you already gotten to know our suspects.
It took you 4 days to bring us a case file? And
Look, my printer ran out of ink, that's all.
You have a printer in this day and age? Okay.
Don't question it.
Sure. But yeah, no, it took him 4 days to bring us that damn case file, and he's getting on our case for, yeah, dragging our feet when he can't do his job properly. Anyway.
Peter, deck this man.
I think I've spoken to most of them. I've spoken to all 4.
A good start. It seems you've been laying down your groundwork. Now it's time to see what you can shake loose. Try and find out who had a motive to kill Alina, who was capable of the crime, and who has an alibi that would cross them off our list. And no shipping.
Yeah, but what if I want to engage in shipping?
I had to look at too many hearts last time. Anyways, I'll drop by every day. Don't hesitate to call on me if you need to talk through what you got. As long as you can get me those pieces, I can build a case out of it. Good luck, bartender. I'll see you around.
See you, detective. He's sitting at the same table as her. So let's take a look at the notebook.
We finally got the case.
We finally have the case. Oh yeah, there's the photo from the intro.
The doomed Yuri.
The doomed Yuri. Oh, actually, can I read the? Oh yeah, I can. Wait. Oh, you can actually replay the.
Oh, you can replay it for realistic. Oh no.
Yeah. Time to traumatize you.
Replay the cutscene.
Alexa, turn on TV.
Yeah, that was the
So fucking mean.
I know, right? Especially after playing through the prologue and getting to know everybody, getting to know Maria and Alina's relationship, how much they've been through, and then they just kill her off.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, bad news definitely is that one of these people did it.
Yeah, one of these people definitely did it. So,
And it'd be tough to see them go, but
yeah, so we have our 4 suspects. We have Maria, who was Alina's best friend and, one-time love interest, or maybe she was going back to her, who knows. And I can already think of motive, or why she would have, maybe. Alina was her ticket out, but killing her doesn't make sense. Alina was her ticket to a better life, and they were gonna be happy together, possibly. So it wouldn't make sense to kill her unless it was because she was going to get back together with Killian. But then the blackmail note doesn't make sense. Oh no, wait, maybe it does. If she was going to get back together with Killian, maybe she wanted some severance. Or no, wait, something like that, yeah. Maybe she wanted to some sort of compensation. Well, if I can't be with you and get a better life, well, you gotta pay up, or else I'll reveal your secret. Then Killian, Alina was also his ticket to independence. And it was indicated from what he said that a couple of weeks ago, he stopped getting money that allowed him to be independent, and he had to go back with his parents. So maybe he killed her because she wasn't paying up anymore and doesn't want that. So he has motive. Wendy, I don't know. She is a shit disturber. She likes gossip, she likes drama. But she's rich already. So blackmailing Alina doesn't make sense. For money, at least. Or she could be, she could have framed one of her friends simply because, yeah, she's kind of a bitch. And then there's Feng Bai, again, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, why would she kill Alina?
Good question.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
And she would have definitely the most opportunity, but definitely not any motive that I can think of.
Yeah, she would have the most opportunity because she was the one serving the tea.
Mm-hmm.
But how could a sweet old lady be a murderer, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, there's sweet old ladies that probably murder people all the time because nobody suspects them, but they have to be pushed that far. I don't think little old ladies are psycho.
I did actually see like a thing once where this guy was defending an old lady, like, oh, there's no way this old lady could have committed murder, and he won the case, and only afterwards he was like, she did it. I know it now.
No. Oh no. Alright, so we have our 4 main suspects, and we've seen these 3 before. Maybe one of them decided, oh yeah, I'm totally cool with being a killer now, after being suspects of a murder investigation last time. So, I think
it's definitely Killian, right?
It's definitely Killian. Everything seems to be pointing towards him, and it's really obvious, but, because remember...
Are we gonna throw the boy failure in jail?
Are we gonna throw the boy failure in jail? I don't know. Like, remember last time during the prologue case, we were like, oh no, it can't be Elliot. It's too obvious. Meanwhile,
It was obvious.
I don't wanna... Killian does seem like the obvious choice right now, but we don't have any other information. But the information we do have, it points to him. It's pretty bad. It's damning, almost.
Stuff.
But we gotta find more stuff, and I think this is a good place for us to stop. We can start talking to more people next time. Oh, hey, we have a date for when all of this takes place.
1928.
It's 1928. So that means the stuff that took place a year ago is 1927. So be October where we're at right now. Okay, cool. We have a timeline. Alright, so I think this is a good place for us to stop for today. Next time we can actually start interrogating more people, gathering more evidence, figuring out people's motives, and determining who's got an alibi and who doesn't. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining me today and hosting, and thank you guys in chat for watching. Catch you again sometime soon, and hopefully we'll have 2 other people hosting with us next time. Yeah, so look forward to that. Hopefully. Alright, thank you guys, and I'll see you around.